On. Okay, it's 5:30 and it's time to start our regular meeting with a roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Here.
Commissioner Barwick.
Here.
Commissioner Webb is absent this evening. Commissioner Stecklin.
Here.
Mayor Absher.
Here. Would you all stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just go ahead and do it that way. You can just head that way. Okay, gentlemen, you might recall on the last agenda, we hired a deputy city clerk who could not be with us the night of that hire. And I'll ask our city clerk, Tammy, to introduce our new associates. So.
I'd like to introduce my new deputy clerk, Charlotte Smoot. Charlotte will be starting on Wednesday. Yay. Charlotte comes to us from a local bank. She's worked there for 22 years. We are very fortunate to have her, and I look forward to getting to work with her and getting started training her on Wednesday. Charlotte, would you like to say anything?
I don't think the mics are on.
I'm happy to get started. Appreciate the opportunity.
Glad to have you.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Thanks.
So Wednesday will be a barn burner. I can assure you.
I'll try not to overwhelm her.
Good luck. Yeah, we have been anticipating you starting, and we're looking forward to it. So,
Thanks.
all right.
Excited.
Thank you very much. You want to
Thanks.
shake the hands of the folks that hired you here?
Gosh. Jim, welcome.
Mayor Absher.
Welcome aboard.
Commissioner Barwick.
Welcome aboard. Welcome. Charlotte, you're welcome to vamoose if you want, so you don't have to stay the rest of the meeting. Okay, that brings us to, can you guys hear? I'm not getting the feedback for some reason over the speakers. You guys can hear us okay?
I can't hear.
Okay. It brings us to item number 3 on the agenda, which is public comments, audience to visitors. This is subject to a couple of ordinances as listed on the agendas. And those ordinances regulate this part of the meeting as to how long you can speak and some other rules around that. And they are attached to the agendas on the back seat and the far right corner, my right corner of the room. So is there anybody that would like to address the council this evening? You'd like to? You raised your hand.
There's no take-backs. Can we get him a stool?
Oh, it's portable. We can just take
Oh,
it.
that's right. We can take that.
Would you like to? You would not like to? Okay. All right. Seeing no takers, we will move on to item number 4, which is our consent agenda. We have items A, B, and C and sub-items on the consent agenda this evening. Anybody on the council want any of these removed from the consent agenda and moved on with a separate vote? Any of our visitors like any item A, B, or C or a sub-item voted upon separately as listed on the consent agenda? Okay, I'd entertain a motion to pass the consent agenda as presented then.
I'd make a motion we accept the consent agenda A, B, and C as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussions, questions on any of these items? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 5 under Police Department, looks like that's probably the bulk of our agenda this evening as well as the bulk of our visitors. So I'll turn that over to Commissioner Barwick to read these motions and the chief to introduce us to several people that we know and are getting some promotions tonight.
Okay, first I'd like to make a motion to approve the recommendation of myself and Chief Fitz to hire Sean Anglin to the open records clerk position at the agreed upon pay rate defined by the collective bargaining agreement. Anglin's start date will be November 28th, 2023.
Second that.
Okay, roll call. Wow, that's really loud now. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Steckland,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 5B. Oh, I'm sorry. Just blanked there for a second.
Gentlemen, this is Sean Anglin. Sean, he has a little bit of police experience. He spent some time as a part-time officer at Galatia PD and at Energy PD, Craneville, Craneville. And he is currently an editor for the Southern Illinois newspaper. So he impressed us greatly during his interview. So anyway, welcome to the city of Marion. Congratulations. Introduce you to Commissioner Steckland. Welcome to Mayor Absher. Commissioner Barwick and Commissioner Patton. Thanks.
Welcome, sir.
And behind them is the city clerk, Tammy Beasley. See you in the morning.
Big day for him tomorrow, too. Be a
Yes.
whirlwind. Okay, now we'll move to item 5B.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the recommendation of the Merit Board, myself, and Chief Fitz to promote Officer Nick Trifo to the rank of sergeant to fill the vacancy in the patrol division. The effective date of Officer Trifo's promotion will be November 28th, 2023.
I second that.
Okay, any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Steckland,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Chief?
Okay, so a lot of times, police tradition, whenever someone gets promoted, the chief will usually pin their new badge on them, but also at times we either let spouses or parents do that. And Melissa has decided she would love to pin the badge on him. Kind of stand around when they get pinned. Don't drop left.
Young man, is that your dad? Is this your dad? Why don't you go up there with your mom and get a picture? Oh. All right. Even better.
Melissa, I'm glad you pinned that on him because that would look really awkward for a chief to have given him a kiss on the cheek.
So, Nick, we're proud of you. You earned it, and we know you'll do us proud. Get ready for midnights. So, you already know the council and the mayor, correct? Yep. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, man. All right, item 5C.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the recommendation of the Merit Board, myself and Chief Fitz, to promote Detective Maria Dwyer to the rank of Detective Sergeant to fill the vacancy created by the Detective Sergeant T.J. Warren's retirement. The effective date of Detective Dwyer's promotion will be December 30th, 2023.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Steckland,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Chief?
Most of you may not know, and this is kind of recent, that Sergeant Warren submitted his retirement paperwork. So we held interviews, and we had the promotional testing process, and then we held interviews, and Detective Dwyer finished #1 on our list, and she was more than happy to, she was willing to accept this promotion and take over this unit. So, Maria, it is extremely well deserved. You earned it, and we look forward to great things from you. Thank you. And you'll get your badge. Okay. Anything you want to say?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, item 5D.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the recommendation of the Merit Board, myself and Chief Fitz, to promote Summer Calhoun to the position of detective to fill the vacancy created by the promotion of Detective Sergeant Maria Dwyer at the agreed-upon pay rate per the collective bargaining agreement. The effective date of the promotion will be November 28th, 2023.
I second that.
Okay, any discussion on item 5D? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay?
Commissioner Steckland.
Yay?
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Chief?
Gentlemen, this is, as of tomorrow morning, Detective Calhoun. She has not been with us very long, or that long. She had previous experience in energy, and she went to the police academy in Wisconsin, and she's done a great job for us since she's been here, so we look forward to really good things going forward.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
You want any pictures of your family?
We'll do that after we get that whole road. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. All three of you that are being promoted, if I can just say a personal note, not being a police or law enforcement professional myself, of course, over the last few years, I've gotten to know your work a little bit through various tasks that you've carried on. And to a person, I can say all three of you are very well deserving of your promotions, and we're very proud to have all of you working for the city of Marion. So congratulations to all three of you. Okay, since it would appear at first blush that most of you were here for those hiring and/or promotions, I'm going to give you the opportunity not to have to endure the rest of our meeting, although you are more than welcome to stay. But given that it's dinner hour, we'll give you the opportunity. We'll pause the meeting for a moment or two and allow those of you that would like to leave with your families to go ahead and do so. But thank you all for coming and supporting your family. Well,
I make a motion to adjourn.
see where we rank, huh?
It's kind of like school board.
It's
Not hard to
Fire
call.
department, whenever they have something,
Sure.
it fills the room. That's all right.
Ah, humbug.
That's why I put mine right where it is. I'm right there.
I kept talking, he's like down here.
Nothing to that madness.
Okay, we'll move on to item 6, economic development and municipal planning. Under item A, we've got one Hub TIF commercial facade grant application to consider for approval. And that's my motion to approve Hub TIF commercial facade grant application from Randy and Jill Lewis for 312 West Main Street.
I'll second that.
Okay. That rendering isn't, that you showed me isn't in the packet, is it?
Yeah.
I'm missing. Oh, no, I'm not missing it. Anyway, that's going to be a great improvement to that building. So that's kind of what we're helping out here with. They're obviously spending a lot more than that, but any questions on this? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay?
Commissioner Steckland.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Glenn, would you care to talk a little bit about this item? Is he? I will introduce it by saying when the new Marriott that's being built came on, their plans got approved and whatever, there was some storm drains that they needed to tie into, and as we've got to studying it, that there's a little bit of a bigger issue there, which is what this is to address. So if Glenn, if you could describe kind of what we're seeing here in our packet as to really in the real world what's going on.
Okay, actually there's a present problem and a future problem, and we're trying to address both of them in this issue. Excuse me, my voice. We're putting a storm drain in to accommodate the Marriott 4-story unit that's going in. Okay, they didn't build an detention pond because they're trading their site development to where they're at, putting a detention pond in behind where they're going to develop there. That was a swamp. We had flooding and the undersized pipe going to Walmart's detention pond, sand detention pond. So we're replacing some old corrugated metal pipe that's rusted out, replacing it with new high-density polyethylene, bigger sizes to accommodate the future growth that will take place in that development. So there's a two-phase problem, to solve the present problem and to accommodate the future development. Is the thrust of the issue.
Okay. Okay, you see that we've got bids there in your packet. It looks like we had 5 bidders. The low bidders 4 bidders, with the low being Piney Creek Construction for $347,940. We had not necessarily budgeted for this at the beginning of the year, but it's my recommendation that we do this project using the funds available, which they are in the project fund, and award the low bid for the halfway road storm drain improvements to Piney Creek Construction for $347,940.
I'd second that.
Any questions on this project?
Time frame?
Um,
Do we have a time frame on it?
Yeah, we
Spring.
investigated this. Was there a new kid on the block?
Yeah.
And the owner and the director of the company is the ex-superintendent for ET Science. And he's done 3 jobs. We checked the references from the 3. He's done good work, and he comes with good recommendations.
I think they'll be smart.
Do you? Okay. Weather permitting. Okay.
Without this project, the Marriott would not have probably started
Right.
this year.
second, right, Tammy?
Yes.
Okay, any other questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay.
Commissioner Steckland,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Items 6C and D are both residential TIF 1 redevelopment agreements, both with Castellano Properties on 2 different addresses. You've got those. I think these are just our standard.
Yeah, the first one, Madison Street Triplex Boulevard is a
Okay.
Is the one on Madison, I was looking at that earlier today. That looks like a really small lot. 85 by 85 maybe? Is there enough room for a triplex there?
Yeah, I mean, they've had to go through our permit process. I have not personally looked at that.
Is that directly across from the water plant entrance?
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Kind of fits in with our other project.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's the project I want. Market Street.
That may actually be 2 parcels in one.
Could be.
I think they're actually purchasing, there's actually 2 pins that go with that property.
Yeah, I think it works back.
If I know which one you're talking about, I'm pretty sure there's.
Back toward the apartments then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
there's-
because I noticed there were 2 owners between the corner, which is this one, and their property as it sits now.
I think they've acquired both.
So they've acquired both of those.
Both of those.
That makes better sense. Yeah.
And that's R2 then? So I think, Doug, to answer your question, if I remember right, R2, you can cover 30 or 33% of the square footage of the lot with the footprint, but no more. So if it's 85 by 85, you've still got almost 6,000 square feet. So as long as it was not over, what, 1,800 square feet? I don't know. So we'll have to double check that, I guess.
I think it covers,
Yeah.
covers both of those lots.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be double that if it's
Yeah.
2 lots.
If it covers west or goes west with those 2 extra lots, that's not a problem at all. Looks, I didn't realize that they'd acquired the other 2.
Okay, I'll move to approve ordinance 3925, a residential TIF 1 redevelopment agreement with Castellano Properties LLC for their project at 608 North Madison.
Second?
Any other questions on this one? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barwick, I'm sorry, Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay.
Commissioner Steckland,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Similarly, item 6D I'll move to approve ordinance 3926, a residential TIF 1 redevelopment agreement with Castellano Properties LLC for their property at 508 East Boulevard.
I would second that.
Okay, any questions on this one?
You said that was going to be a duplex?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Steckland,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 7, Public Affairs. Item A, I'll ask Wendy to come up and explain this. I explained it in our packet quite well, but in case you guys have any questions, Wendy, tell us what this is all about, please.
So this is the Paid Leave for All Workers Act, which does not go into effect until January 1. It was signed by the governor a few months ago. So what this does is it requires every employer in the state of Illinois to provide paid leave for every employee, and it's, the way it accrues is it's 1 hour of paid leave for every 40 hours you work. So for every 40 hours you work, you're supposed to accrue up to 1 hour of paid time off. But the act does have some exemptions in it and some things in there, and one of the things that it has, first of all, it does not preempt home rule authority. And then second of all, it states that if an employer is already covered by a municipal ordinance that is in effect on the date when this goes into effect, which is January 1, that already requires the employer to give any form of paid leave to their employees, then they don't have to follow this act. So essentially, we already have, as you know, our bargaining agreements all have paid leave policies in them. Our employee handbook has paid leave. We've got sick time, vacation time, personal time. All of our paid leave is already sufficient and far exceeds what's required under the act. So essentially, we just have to pass an ordinance that says we already have our own current policies. We're going to require ourselves to follow, continue to follow our current policies, which then exempts us under the act. So we don't have to do any additional time off for employees because what we offer is already better than what the act would require.
So our policies that we have in place now not supersede, far exceed.
They do, yes.
So
the
there's
way the
not-
act works is you would get 1 hour of paid time off for every 40 hours that you work for a maximum of 40 hours a year. So you would accrue a maximum of basically 5 days off a year under the act. Our full-time employees get far more than that. The only thing that may be a little different is this does include part-time and seasonal employees. So every employee is covered, no matter whether they're full-time, part-time, seasonal. So that's something that Jessica, our HR director, and I had discussed adding into our employee handbook about putting something in there just for the part-time and seasonal. I still don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. I mean, I know our street department has some seasonal employees, but they usually only work 20 hours, you know, a week at most. I mean, they would maybe accrue 1 or 2 days, or not 1 or 2 hours, you know, the full time that they work for. So it's not gonna be that big of an issue, but that's something that we may have to come back and add to the employee handbook.
So the time frame is in 1 week, 40 hours. If they work 20 1 week and 20 the next, that
It's
doesn't,
every 40 hours, you earn 1 hour. So if it takes you
Okay.
a month to work 40 hours,
then you earn
you
one.
only accrue 1 hour that month then.
Okay.
So however long it takes you to accrue work 40 hours, that's when you accrue 1 hour of paid time off.
I have a question too about, can they roll this over? Or do you have to take, first of all, do you
So
have
the
to
way-
take the vacation, or can you take it in pay?
So the way the act works is anytime that you accrue under the act, you can take it for any reason.
Okay,
It can roll over, but it does not get paid out if you leave your employment.
okay.
But because of what we're passing or what I'm proposing for you guys to pass tonight,
Right.
is we would not be under the act, we would be under our current
Right.
paid leave policies.
All right.
I'll move to approve ordinance 3923, exercising the city's home rule authority in regard to the Illinois Paid Leave for All Workers Act.
Second?
Any other questions while Wendy's here? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton,
Yeah.
Commissioner Barwick,
Yay?
Commissioner Steckland,
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 7B and C, both housekeeping from some things we've discussed before. Item 7B, as I indicated in September when we made the Star Bonds presentation and that hearing that was part of one of our last steps of the act, I mentioned that Cody Moak would be the Star Bond Administrator for the city. We need to codify that. In your packet, you see this very specific responsibilities needed to keep us in compliance with the act, of which there are many. It's a significant amount of work, probably by osmosis and study, given that we're the first in the state of Illinois. Cody is probably most qualified person in the state to do this job as far as his understanding of Star Bonds, and it's a lot of extra hours, which will invariably include after hours here and weekends to keep up with this. It's more efficient for us to do this, in my opinion, than to hire it out separately, and that's what is in front of you in my recommendation to improve the job description and create the position of Star Bond Administrator for the City of Marion, and concurrently appoint Chief of Staff Cody Moak to that position.
Second.
Third.
And happy birthday, by the way. I don't know if that's the right time to say that, but any questions on these duties? We're counting on you to keep us in compliance with this. It's a gargantuan amount of work, so roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Item 7C, we talked, I believe, in July about we had approached Southern Illinois Coalition for the Homeless to create a novel approach to help serve some of the most disadvantaged in our community, namely some of the homeless population. And what we've been studying and found is there's an enormous amount of resources out there for most, but they don't always know about them. And we asked Southern Illinois Coalition for the Homeless how we could get that word out. And so they recommended, we approved in principle, then a 2-year, it was $53,000 and some change each year, but because I asked if we could pay it once a year instead of lump sum. But that total added up to this amount on there. And again, the idea is they're hiring 2 separate people. I don't think they're both full-time positions, but it's 2 different people to work different times of the day and sometimes together. So to reach out to people where they are, as opposed to just waiting on them to come to various social agencies or... Yes. Yes, and most importantly, I had one of these situations today that we dealt with for a great deal of the day. So basically some staff, social service staff that can be on call. And this includes, Chief, we need to get you guys up to speed on this once this gets rolling, but our police officers need to have this resource and contact information for these folks too, because the intent there is to know who our population that needing these services are by name and investigate, get to know them, understand what their specific situation is so that we can marshal the resources of which, like I said, of which there are pretty significant ones if people will ask for some help and accept it. And that's the ultimate goal here, is to connect people in need with those services. And so I'm looking forward to this. The one thing we didn't do in July, and before we started to disperse the funds, recognize that we actually need to pass a resolution, or this in that format to comply with ARPA, which is the source of the funds that we're using for this. So that's what this is all about. And that's my motion to adopt Resolution 2023-18, directing $107,568 over 2 years in ARPA funds to Southern Illinois Coalition for the Homeless to perform outreach services within the city of Marion.
Second that.
Okay, any questions on this? They have hired these navigators at this point, right? So they're needing us to disperse the funds, and that's how this came up. Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton.
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick.
Yay.
Commissioner Stecklin.
Yay.
Mayor Absher.
Yay. Under Commissioner reports, I'd just like to take a moment to really thank a few people, and I hope and pray I'm not leaving anybody out and hurting anybody's feelings, because there was a multitude of people that were responsible for lots of things that happen in Christmas season down here, but specifically the parade, which of course we had last night with, I feel like, great success. Jessica Force has a last name that is apt in this because she's been the force behind all of it. We joke, but mean it sincerely, that she's the chief elf around here when it comes to Christmas. And she was also the driving force behind it last year, but unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond her control, could not be here to see the parade. And so I just wanted to say that publicly how blessed we are that not only has she remained working for the city of Marion, but that she was able to enjoy what really was her vision from the very beginning, almost 2 years now, when we started planning the first parade. Jennifer Olson, also from my staff, was critical to the planning and the execution and logistics specific as it pertained to the Clydesdales visiting us all week at the pavilion. Very grateful for her to have taken that on. We were told by our guests at Budweiser that it was very successful in their eyes, and they felt that our hospitality left nothing to want, and I took that with a great deal of pride that they were grateful that they had come. Jill Graskowitz, who is our executive director at the Marion Senior Citizens Center, also had a lot to do with all of this, as did Rachel Stroud, particularly as it pertained to promoting these events. We don't have an exact count, and I don't know that we can get an exact count because we did not charge admission or anything to the pavilion where the Clydesdales were at, but we think somewhere in the 12 to 14,000 people over 3 days filed through the pavilion to see the Clydesdales. And I believe a lot of that was due to Rachel Stroud and her constant promotion of that. I'm very proud of that because I had not personally seen the Clydesdales since I was a little boy. And I know that was at a Cardinals game, so I was nowhere close to them. So I think we should take pride in that we didn't charge anybody for that opportunity to see it. Now, if they bought a stuffed Dalmatian or something, that may have been, that went to Budweiser. Interestingly, I've had a lot of questions from the general public of how much we had to pay to do that. We actually did not pay Budweiser anything to have the Clydesdales here. We did have some expenses and some donated items like a rental car for their staff, and of course it cost us some money to have the pavilion open and have it staffed, and maybe some hotel accommodation. No, we didn't have that marketing budget, but we're very grateful to them, and especially Jim Pugh at Golden Eagle Distributing, who really, starting from December 7th of last year, when Jennifer Olson and I went to meet with him, really took, I guess it's not the bull by the horns, but took the horse by the reins and coordinated all of this, and all the way through him riding on the carriage in the parade. So he was very vested. I saw him there every time I was there at the pavilion, and we're very grateful to Golden Eagle Distributing and Jim Pugh. And lastly, not lastly, but the other one I wrote down, Cody Moak, obviously was invested in seeing all this pulled together with my staff. And there are probably, can you think of anybody else? Jared Garrison, I know, had a lot to do, especially at the pavilion with this. Saw him on the parade route as well. Is anybody? Josh Benson. See, I could just go on, but city staff have taken a great deal of pride in this effort, and I think it shows, and I'm just very grateful for that. And very grateful for the 3 elves that appeared in the parade in uniform. I might say that was pretty impressive. That are all joining me up here. So anyway, that's my commissioner report. I just find myself very grateful for everything that is going on, but it doesn't happen without a lot of people's hard work, and believe it or not, there's some sleepless nights on their part, making sure that all this gets pulled off and in the right order and isn't complete chaos. So, Doug, do you have a report?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Commissioner Barwick.
I do. One thing to add, thank you for your comment on the elves, but it would have been much better had we had a Santa Claus on the float with us.
Yeah. If I gain any more weight, I'm going to be there fast. So there's always next year.
Okay. Having said that, I've got a report from the Marion Police Department for October. There were 35 city ordinance violations, 259 criminal/traffic citations, 27 warrant arrests, 308 incidents reported, 184 traffic accidents, 5 DUI arrests. There were 1,805 dispatched calls, 1,890 911 calls, 4,111 non-emergency calls, and 154 ambulance calls for the month of October. That's all I have.
Okay, Mr. Steckland?
All right, Water Department report, 10 meter pits were repaired or replaced, 5 water leaks repaired, 3 new water taps. We finished all the annual flushing of the whole distribution system, and we've done all the preventive maintenance on all of the fire hydrants, so they are all 100%. It is trivia night tonight, so we do have trivia. So this is very fitting since it's happening right after Thanksgiving. So the question is, why do we call this Black Friday? Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 possible things. A, because it usually happens at night. B, because businesses operate at a financial loss or are in the red until the day after Thanksgiving, when massive sales finally allow them to turn a profit or put them in the black. Or C, to describe the chaos that resulted when large numbers of suburban tourists came into the city to begin their holiday shopping and in some years attend that annual Saturday Army-Navy football game.
B.
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 C.
No.
C.
Read that again. C.
C is to describe the chaos that resulted when large numbers of suburban tourists came into the city to begin their holiday shopping and in some years attend that Saturday's annual Army-Navy football game. Now I'll give you the reason. The term dates back to the early 1960s, when police officers in Philadelphia began using the phrase Black Friday to describe the chaos that resulted when large numbers of suburban tourists came into the city to begin their holiday shopping and in many years attend that Saturday's annual Army-Navy football game. The huge crowds created a headache for the police, who also worked longer shifts than usual than they dealt with traffic jams, accidents, shoplifting, and other issues. So that's how it came to be. Second question, this is even more important. Are snowball fights illegal in the United States? True or false?
Anywhere or everywhere?
I would say not everywhere, but are there places that they're illegal?
I would say yes.
The answer is yes. So, just so you know, it's illegal to throw a snowball in towns in Rhode Island, Utah, Colorado, and Wisconsin. If you plan to throw a snowball in Provo, Utah, beware. It states anyone throwing any stone, stick, snowball within the city limits will get a $50 fine and a misdemeanor. So there you go. Don't throw snowballs in Provo.
So does that mean last night we broke the law?
We do not have such an ordinance.
Okay.
We were okay. I also want to comment about, don't forget, we've got all kinds of things happening in the city over the holiday season. We've got ice skating is open on the square. You can go on the website and register for that. Same with the carriage rides. Christmas market will be coming up this weekend, okay? That's on North Market, off North Market Street. Any other Christmas events we got going on? Well, we got the pajamas, we got pancakes, we got, go to the website, there's all kinds of stuff. 5K run, yeah. So, Santa on the Square, just come on up here. But yeah, there's a lot going on.
All at verymerrymarion.com.
Yes, that's what he
Don't
said.
forget to get your letters to Santa,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that too.
and make sure you got an address so Santa can write back.
Right,
by December 15th.
by December 15th. Also, I want to talk about the 4th annual Hands and Toes. Connect 360 presents that. That's obviously gloves and socks, things like that. They can be dropped off at Boynton Street Community Center from now until December 14th. They will be collected on the 16th from 9 to 12. They do accept monetary donations. You can make your checks payable to Connect 360. And if you have any questions, go to the Connect 360 Facebook page. They'll tell you all about it. So it's a good cause. That's all I have.
Okay, under item 9, anything else to come before the council under miscellaneous? Okay, anybody have a need for an executive session? Okay, seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. Jim's not here, so somebody else is going to have to do
What are we
it.
gonna do?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
It felt really odd.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patton?
Yay.
Commissioner Barwick?
Yay.
Commissioner Steckland?
Yay.
Mayor Asher?
Yay.
Couldn't phone that in.
Thank you, everybody.